Hello and welcome to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce, where we connect with Troy Chamber members as they give us a glimpse into their company and share some of the business lessons they've learned along the way. Hi everyone, I'm Tara Thompson-Cusack, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm joined today by our lovely and amazing Vice President co-host, Sheila Denstead.
Hello everyone.
Firstly, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So Sheila, we've got a great guest ahead of us today. Why don't you do some intros?
Absolutely, love to. Today we're meeting with Michael James Laux, who's excelled as the Chief Executive Officer of the Michigan Retirement Group in Troy, Michigan. A staunch advocate for retirees and retired workers' rights, Michael has maintained his status as a civic activist for over 40 years. He lives and works by the motto, be somebody's miracle today, which we both love. And he attributes much of his success to his willingness to help individuals on both a personal and financial level. He emphasizes that his greatest joy is when he can turn his clients' money into pathways toward their dreams. Drawing upon his bachelor's degree from Wayne State University, Michael has many highlights of his career, especially being proud of helping hundreds of workers retire through the Michigan Retirement Group, as he strives to help all his clients achieve their retirement objectives. Michael has been bestowed with several accolades, invited as a distinguished guest of the Ted Wabi Show. He was also a featured speaker for numerous retirement forums across the nation. Likewise, he was thrice named Retirement Planner of the Year by Advantage Communications in 2013, 2014, and 2018, and is recognized with inclusion in the Who's Who in Finance and Business for his many, many accomplishments. And one of his other accomplishments that he'll add now is being on our podcast.
Wow. Yeah.
Michael, welcome.
Yeah, can you write that in there?
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
We'll do an
I'd
update. We'll do
appreciate
a quick update. So, Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
I'm actually really excited because it was funny watching you listening to your own bio and like, oh, that's next. Oh, I did do that. Like, it was some joy in it, but I can always see that your focus is actually around helping people.
Absolutely.
And I think that's just so inspiring in itself. But when we talk about people and retirement plans, we don't always like move in the right direction at the right time.
Correct.
So when people are nervous about starting that retirement plan, how do you, A, get them moving forward? And what are the things that they should be doing to prepare? But also, at what age?
Well, actually, starting retirement planning starts when you start working. So when you have your first job, for example, and you have the ability to participate in an employer-sponsored retirement plan, it's really important to take advantage of that. Obviously, you sit down with your spouse and you budget your household income and determine how much you can contribute. But it's really important to start that at a young age. And for a lot of people who are disciplined and have the ability to be able to do that over the years, it's really amazing at the back end of it when you sit down and realize that, hey, I've been saving this money all these years, and my God, look at how much money I've actually saved, right? I have a young man who works at Chrysler, and 10 years ago, I was asked by his mother, who's been a client of mine for years, to help him with his retirement plan. And Chrysler has a very unique 401k plan that's managed by Merrill Lynch. And they can buy stock. And they're not confined to just mutual funds. So I took it over about 10 years ago with about $169,000. He sent me a text the other day. His second quarter statement was $1.9 million.
That's fantastic.
And that was a joy. And I didn't receive any financial benefit from that other than knowing that I took somebody who works on the line at Chrysler and I gave him now the ability to be able to retire at 52 if he wants to.
Well, I'm assuming also the mother was really happy.
Oh, she was thrilled, right. And she lives with him too, so. But my philosophy with a lot of my clients is going to work because you want to go to work is far more important than going to work because you feel you have to go to work.
Yeah.
Right? And psychologically, that's a big difference, really big difference. So that's what we try to emphasize with our clients.
I think you've kind of alluded to my question, but I'm going to let you expound on it a little bit more. But what sets Michigan Retirement Group apart from other retirement planners?
So when I founded my company, what was really important to me was to be everything to a client through retirement, right? So I call it my Partners for Life program. So what separates us is that we don't just design a retirement plan, present it, implement it, shake their hand, and tell them to have a good life. We constantly evaluate and reevaluate to determine if anything needs to be done or changed. And through retirement, clients constantly have needs to, for money or for different types of circumstances that will in some way, shape, or form affect their financial portfolios. And so we kind of work directly with our clients. So to that extreme, we brought into our group estate planning attorneys, CPAs, and most importantly, health insurance agents, because, going into retirement, health insurance is a really big cost, especially for people who are retiring early.
Very
right?
much.
And that's something that has to be accounted for and provided for and thought about and decided upon pretty quickly. So I have a whole team of people at Michigan Retirement Group, and all of them are there for one purpose, and that is to serve our clients.
Well, and you bring up a good point. Things are constantly changing in people's lives. There could be a job change. There could be a funeral. There could be anything.
Correct.
So knowing that they can come to you and have these conversations, it's not just, this is the plan you have to stick to. So you're really adapting to your clients' needs.
All the time. The plans change. Investments have become terribly difficult for people to interpret and understand. And a lot of my clients, when they retire, everybody retires with the same fear, outliving their capital.
Yeah.
Right. And the problem with that is that, there's a correlation between risk and return. And a lot of clients, when they retire, they don't understand that you're moving from a period of time when you were working and growing your asset to a period of time where you're now retired. And it's not about asset growth as much as it is about asset preservation, right?
Yeah.
And in these kind of markets that we're seeing today, asset preservation is of paramount importance, because by the time clients retire, they generally have enough capital to live comfortably for the rest of their lives, right? So now it's a function of how can we take that capital, continue to build on it, but in a manner that's consistent with their conservative investment philosophy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, guys, I think this is a good moment to take a quick break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back.
I'm Joe Vicari, President and CEO of the Joe Vicari Restaurant Group, which encompasses 24 restaurants throughout the country. With the addition of Trion, our general managers don't have to spend hours doing paperwork and putting people in our system. All that's done by Trion now, so they can work on what they are there to do, take care of our customers. That's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Michael from Michigan Retirement Group, and you brought up about insurance needs and health, but you actually work with healthcare workers as well. So talk me through how you're helping and working in some of these sectors to help these employees reach their retirement goals.
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you. Well, first of all, we love our healthcare workers and our first responders. And during COVID, that was a really difficult and trying time for all of our healthcare workers. And we found that we identified very closely with them and with the struggles that they go through, not only at work, but also in terms of trying to raise a family and put together a retirement plan at the same time.
Yeah.
And so doing that, we developed a program at Michigan Retirement Group, and basically it's retirement for single women. We noticed a lot of the females coming out of the healthcare industry were either divorced or single, and they have a very unique set of challenges going into retirement that a lot of other people don't have.
Yeah.
So we wanted to address that and work specifically with them on those challenges to help them get to a comfortable retirement point. But, the hospitals, we've been working with hospital healthcare workers for 25 years. We love them. We understand their retirement plans. And healthcare workers are a group of people that traditionally come to us and they're pretty well burnt out, and they're stressed out and they want out.
Yeah, understandably so.
Yeah. So, and that's our job, is to help them get to that point. But they've saved good money. A lot of them have pensions with the hospitals that they're at. And so it really makes our job a lot easier in terms of structuring a retirement portfolio for them and helping them to achieve the objectives that they have going into retirement.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all you do for them. They have a hard enough time right
They
now, so
do.
making it
Yes,
easier
they
for
do.
them is appreciated.
Yes.
So we've heard some terms thrown around over the years, and service distribution being one of those. What is that, and then how does that impact those planning to retire?
You know, this is something that a lot of people are unfamiliar with, and even a lot of financial professionals are unfamiliar with an in-service distribution. And we encourage it strongly. 80% of the companies permit their employees who are 59 and a half or older to do an in-service distribution, which is essentially taking their retirement plan and rolling it over into a traditional IRA account, tax-free. So you don't have to pay taxes on the conversion of that from your qualified plan to your traditional IRA. And the benefit to doing that is by the time you're 59 and a half, you've already acquired the majority of your investable assets upon, going into retirement. And now it's an opportunity to take that money, roll it over, protect it, right? Protect it. That's the most important thing. But it still allows that participant to continue working and continue contributing. But what they've effectively done is taken the majority of their assets and moved it over, rolled it over into their IRA account, but nothing changes.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so then we can take that money from that traditional IRA account, we can invest it very conservatively and start then preparing for their ultimate retirement.
And how far before 59 and a half do you suggest people start looking into that?
Into that, probably not too much prior to that, because there's not a lot you can do prior to 59 and a half. But we do encourage clients who, it depends on your individual circumstances. And one of the problems that we have is that a lot of people who are out there don't feel as though they have the ability to retire, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you see Ken Fisher on TV all the time, and he's talking about, if you have $1 million, give me a call. Well, you know what? The reality is a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And so what we at Michigan Retirement Group are very proud of, and we actually do a lot of work with it, is we are the middle class retirement planners. If you don't have $1 million to go and see Ken Fisher, that's great. Call me. I will take you. I will. Look, your family. That's the other thing, too, is that when clients come to us, they're family. Automatically, they feel like they're family. It's a warm environment. We're not a high-pressure firm. We're not a Merrill Lynch or a Morgan Stanley or someone like that. You come in and you really feel as though you're a part of something very special. Both of you have been to our offices. You know how amazing they are. We have a great staff of people, and everybody on my team is there for one reason, and that's to make our clients feel welcome and know that no matter what happens through that retirement, we are there for them all the time.
Oh, I love it. Well, Michael, honestly, it's been such a pleasure doing this interview.
Thank you.
It's fun to see the joy that comes out because you can feel it. Mm-hmm. If we can see you, and every time you get to talk about how you're helping people, you just light up, and it just shows your passion, and we're so appreciative to have you here today.
It's beautiful. Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the work that you do for the city of Troy and for the Troy Chamber.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Well, that's all we have here today on Members on the Mic with the Troy Chamber of Commerce. Special thanks to Michael. Obviously, this was a pleasure.
My pleasure.
And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. To learn more about the Troy Chamber of Commerce or for upcoming events, go to troychamber.com. Thanks, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Man, you guys are awesome.